Hello wealth creators. Can you believe we have began a new week already? We hope you have been following your dreams and putting in the work. Our goal with our Monday videos is to always motivate you and give you insightful secret codes which you can leverage to your own advantage if you choose to. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe for our weekly videos. Welcome to Golden Wealth Channel, the place where self-made billionaires come to get secret codes for wealth creation and personal advancement. Every Monday as you begin your week, we give you wisdom codes that enables you to begin your week with the end in mind. With that being said, let's get straight into today's video. An organized mindset is many a times the single difference between the unsuccessful and the successful. We as a whole realize that individual we call Mr. or on the other hand Ms. Coordinated. Someone who fulfills all their time constraints while never appearing to be anxious, regularly several days prior to the work's even due. They have all the earmarks of being easily fruitful. Wouldn't we as a whole love to resemble them? Indeed, think about what? In the event that we center around only a couple propensities, we can, believe it or not, follow a couple of basic advances, and afterward transform them into propensities. What's more, you'll see it isn't so difficult. What's more, that really soon, Mr. or on the other hand Ms. Organized can be you. The top ability of coordinated individuals is to save time when they can. Why not change to the video form of this article and save some for yourself? 1. Set up routines, and follow them at the point when you have messages to reply, bills to pay, kinships to keep up, your home life and well-being to car. How about we hail towards the present for, and on top of those, all your business-related undertakings? Keeping steady over everything can be a difficult task. So how do coordinated individuals do it? They have a thoroughly examined routine to help them. That's standard beginnings in the first part of the day, getting up sooner or later to get washed, dressed and eat, and afterward start work as indicated by plan. Furthermore, it might have spaces in the day for browsing those messages that stack up, and whatever else you need to take ordinary consideration of, without intruding on time put away for your fundamental work assignments. Just as an ideal opportunity to rest and re-energize your batteries in the evening. The extraordinary thing is, whenever you have a routine going, you simply follow it, practically like you're on autopilot. What's more, it deals with itself. 2. Have a daily agenda ready toward the start of every day. Coordinated individuals know precisely what they need to accomplish on some random day. That is on the grounds that it's on their to-do list. Having a rundown of undertakings you've focused on, and can tick off individually whenever they're done, gives you center. Also, a method of realizing the day's been fruitful. You can keep it on your telephone or PC. You can utilize one of numerous applications that assist you with doing this. Or then again, you can do it as it was done in the good old days and put it on a pen and paper. Furthermore, truly coordinated individuals stay well on the ball and realize what errands are arranged a little while ahead of time. Also, they have a thought of how the coming days and even weeks are getting down to business, so they can prepare. 3. Focus on and do first things first. Thus, you're going to put your daily agenda together. The inquiry is, how would you choose what goes on it? Coordinated individuals know what's generally significant and put that on the first spot on their list. Furthermore, they don't delay. They simply get on and do it. Furthermore, here's another tip for how to focus on. On the off chance that you have a couple of similarly significant tasks to complete, do the one you least like first. Regardless of whether it's calling that troublesome client, doing those exhausting records, or cleaning the restroom, land the most exceedingly terrible position out the way first. Whenever you've done that, the remainder of the day gets simpler, and you're as. Thank you, wealth creators. Be sure to subscribe. If you loved this video, give us a thumbs up and let us know the topic you want us to cover in our next video of Now in Control. 4. Try not to let things pile up. Scattered individuals let errands develop, until there's a particularly gigantic heap of them they can't oversee them any longer. So don't allow things to stack up in any case. That implies those 100 messages you haven't answered to or even read. It implies that rundown of half-done and long late undertakings. That rundown of occupations applications you needed to send, yet missed the cutoff time for. What's more, the heap of filthy dishes in your sink. How are coordinated individuals so great at not allowing everything to develop? Indeed, in case you've been focusing, you may have sorted it out, in light of the fact that we've effectively advised you. They either have an opening for it in their daily schedule, similar to the space we referenced for browsing messages. Or then again, the second they see things are beginning to develop, they make an early move, and put it on their daily agenda. A frail center will stack your heap of tasks with more undertakings regular. 5. Go for simple solutions. There's a notable abbreviation that is utilized in business, plan, and different fields as well. KISS, keep it basic, moronic. Try not to utilize a confounded arrangement when a basic one will do fine and dandy. Try not to place 50 slides in a PowerPoint when you can get all the data across in only 3. What's more, don't require an hour to do it when you could oversee it shortly. Try not to spend $100 when you might have burned through 10. Also, don't plan a gathering when it might have been an email. In case you're searching for tips on the best way to remove the confusions, and complete things in the easiest, best way imaginable, we suggest you read The 4-Hour Workweek. In it, Timothy Ferriss discloses how he figured out how to remove all the poo so he could maintain a fruitful business, just placing in, you got it, 4 hours every week. Furthermore, you can even remove the confusion of going on an outing to your bookshop to discover a duplicate. We've made it as simple as feasible for you fam, with some assistance from our companions at Audible. In case that isn't keeping things basic, we don't have a clue what is. 6. Set reminders. No one has an ideal memory. Also, the best of us will neglect to settle on that decision back at 2:15 when we have different things on. The thing that matters is, coordinated individuals realize they don't have wonderful recollections. That is the reason they set alerts and updates. Actually, like making your plan for the day, how you do it doesn't make any difference. It very well may be anything from a caution on your telephone, to older-style post-it notes around your work area, or on the ice chest. Simply recollect, next time you guarantee someone you'll call them at 12:15 sharp, make a note of it and put it someplace you'll see it. 7. Put everything where it belongs. There's a familiar axiom, have a spot for everything and everything in its place. That is something coordinated depend on, regardless of whether they don't utilize those definite words. Regardless of whether it's a spot for your socks in the storeroom, a spot for your force instruments in the carport, or an organizer on your work area or on the cloud where you put that archive you've been dealing with, everything has a spot. That way you'll have the option to discover it when you need it. You'll likewise realize where to return it when you're done with it, and don't leave it out jumbling the spot up. What's more, recall, mess awful. It doesn't simply make you sit around searching for stuff. Research shows that having bunches of messiness likewise makes you more pushed and less useful. For additional thoughts on the best way to stop things stacking up, and to keep away from mess, look at our video 15 Ways to Declutter Your Life. 8. Keep all the essentials handy along these lines. Those force T isn't your solid point, it's something you can improve without that much exertion. Anytime you set yourself something important to take care of, pause for a minute to think what amount of time it required for you last time you accomplished something almost identical. Be practical, and even give yourself a little leeway. 12. Try not to leave tasks half done. Here's another explanation. Disordered individuals consistently end up with a buildup of assignments. They've really begun a ton of them. Be that as it may, they either surrendered partially through or set them aside for one more day. Coordinated individuals have the drive to overcome the work until it's finished. They finish work with the fulfillment of realizing it's a job done the right way. Furthermore, the true serenity that accompanies ticking off a heap of boxes and having a reasonable plan for the day. 13. Channel out the unimportant stuff. This is something we should be acceptable at when we're continually looked at. Try not to stand by until your garments are ratty and exhausted until you go garments shopping. Furthermore, the equivalent goes for your well-being and well-being registration. Try not to stand by until you get a genuine medical issue to begin dealing with your well-being. What it comes down to is that coordinated individuals expect possible issues. It's the reason they have their PC looked at, and returning to the last point, it's likewise why they make sure to take their telephone charger with them. 10. Remove the everyday decisions that waste time. This is something to deal with on the off chance that you generally end up with nothing to do, sorting out where to go for sure to get for lunch. Have a feast plan set up, so you don't have to burn through all that time. What's more, you'll get a good deal on food as well. Another instance of removing those time-squandering choices is how Mark Zuckerberg manages his closet. He just wears dark shirts, so he doesn't need to. Apparatuses we recently referenced that you just utilize double a year. They have their extraordinary spot at the rear of a pantry in the carport, well far away. What might be said about the things you need consistently? They ought to consistently be convenient, so you don't sit around idly going into the rear of that wardrobe 5 times each day. In case that is pen and paper, keep them close by consistently. In case you're going out and figure your telephone may run out of battery, take your charger with you. Indeed, this is a simple method to spot somebody who's disrupted. They're the person who's continually requesting to get a pen and paper, or a portable charger. Furthermore, the individual who consistently has a charger on them, that's right, that is the coordinated one. 9. Do regular maintenance. All in all, don't trust that the issue will occur before you put in the work to fix it. Try not to trust that your PC will crash at regular intervals before you have it. Contemplate what to wear in the first part of the day, however you most likely don't have to go to that limit. The fact of the matter is, anything you feel you're continually squandering energy on settling on futile choices, sort out a framework to address them faster. 11. Get good at estimating how long tasks will take. This is something many individuals are terrible at. At the point when they're late for the 500th time, it resembles a red sign hanging round them, telling the world how disordered they are. We're discussing your partner who consistently says they'll take care of business on Monday, however after 3 days it actually hasn't showed up. Or then again that companion who consistently says they'll be there shortly. However, after 30 minutes there's still no place in sight. Coordinated individuals make reasonable evaluations of what amount of time things will require for them. That is the means by which they comply with their time constraints. In case T isn't your solid point, it's something you can improve without that much exertion. Anytime you set yourself something important to take care of, pause for a minute to think what amount of time it required for you last time you accomplished something almost identical. Be practical, and even give yourself a little leeway. 12. Try not to leave tasks half done. Here's another explanation. Disordered individuals consistently end up with a buildup of assignments. They've really begun a ton of them. Be that as it may, they either surrendered partially through or set them aside for one more day. Coordinated individuals have the drive to overcome the work until it's finished. They finish work with the fulfillment of realizing it's a job done the right way. Furthermore, the true serenity that accompanies ticking off a heap of boxes and having a reasonable plan for the day. 13. Channel out the unimportant stuff. This is something we should be acceptable at when we're continually getting besieged by messages, calls and a wide range of warnings. Complicated individuals are bound to get derailed each notice that comes in, paying little mind to how significant and pressing it is. What's more, 10 after they got diverted by their gadgets, there's a decent possibility they'll in any case be on them looking over Facebook. Coordinated individuals get irrelevant or non-dire notices as well. They simply fight the temptation to get derailed. In case it's significant, however, can delay until some other time, they make a note to manage it then, at that point. That is on the grounds that they realize that keep focused. Also, when they're on task, they can shut out the stuff that doesn't make any difference at this moment. 14. Skill to de-stress. Regardless of how great we are at centering, we as a whole need to take breaks consistently. They assist us with re-energizing our batteries, see the master plan after we've been down wrestling with the subtleties, and permit us to pull together. Coordinated individuals realize how to do this, yet they additionally know how not to release the brake on for a really long time. Also, something different coordinated individuals frequently do, they set themselves compensations for completing the undertaking. That could be a break. It very well may be ruining themselves with their number one food or a film. Having a prize arranged inspires you to get your undertakings wrapped up. Furthermore, recall the thing we said about not leaving undertakings half done. In case there's an award hanging tight for you toward the end, that will give you the additional push to complete it and cleaned. 15. Have an optimistic mindset. Coordinated individuals will in general have a hopeful, can-do disposition. It's what makes them realize they can complete things. It surrenders them that get and go to handle issues head-on. What's more, that sort of sure reasoning doesn't need to be something you're brought into the world with. It very well may be a decision. What's more, the best thing, it's self-supporting. At the point when you feel good, and trust you can get things done, that attitude assists you with prevailing with regards to doing them. Also, when you succeed, you'll put stock in yourself that piece more, and it supports your positive reasoning. So trust yourself that you can do it, and have that idealistic outlook. Question: which qualities do you believe are the most significant for being efficient? Do tell us in the remarks beneath. Thank you, wealth creators. Be sure to subscribe. If you loved this video, give us a thumbs up and let us know the topic you want us to cover in our next video.